Like Wars 82500 here, and I will be showing you my new custom clone Commander Gree in the style of the Phase 2 clone troopers from 2005 to 2010. We are going with the classic LEGO aesthetic here because that's what I like, that's what I grew up with, and that's what I'm most fond of. Without further ado, I'm going to be showing you what I did and what parts are used, what process was there to make this clone Commander Gree. Starting off with the helmet, painted the whole helmet silver, dark silver. The standard clone trooper helmet just painted dark silver. I mixed silver paint with black, so 4 drops of silver and 1 drop of black. Mix them all together. Use this fine paintbrush right here so that you can get to the small parts of this minifigure with ease. There you go. And I made green markings as well for the green details on Gree's helmet. I used this paint right here. I remember the brand. I've had this since 2010, and the label peeled off over time. So I guess it's also acrylic, but it sticks way better than these two. Stuck way better than these two. I did not need to apply as much coats as I did with the silver paint. For the silver paint, I made 4 coats. 4 coats of paint for the helmet right here, and just 2 coats of paint for the green markings. For the green markings, I did not paint all the way through the helmet. I just painted halfway because in classic clone trooper fashion, they are printed with just the prints going just halfway through the helmet right there. For example, we got this Star Corps trooper here. Just half of the print of the helmet is printed like this. With respect to that, I did the same. And for the mouth, since this whole helmet was painted silver, his mouth details were sort of obscured by the paint. So I had to reapply with black paint again. I used this paintbrush. The paintbrush tip, when hardened with paint and left to dry, would become quite sharp. So that I figured that was enough to reach and accurately make the shape without the mouth shape without smudging it all around the other places of the helmet. I did not need to use a tack or anything, so if that's something you'd like to try with your paintbrushes, if you have a paintbrush like this is a Tamiya model brush, so I think it would work nicely in painting these fine details for your customs. For the back, I did not paint anything because, again, clone troopers from back then didn't have prints on the back. So that is the helmet. Underneath the helmet is a plain green head that I painted from a black head. So this green head has a mix of the green paint and silver paint. So there's with again 4 of green and 1 drop of silver to make this metallic shine to his head right there. And when you put it on, it looks quite nice. You see a certain degree of depth there, and it's got a nice overall effect with how his helmet looks. Okay, now for his torso. For the body, I got this body from the Corwit minifigures. They make clone minifigures of both canon clones and I guess they're originals because I've never seen them before. So this is from a Corwit clone. He is supposed to have a body armor, a separate piece for body armor, but I did not include that because his body armor, his torso printing is already perfect in my opinion. It has that degree of simplicity as well as detail that I am looking for when it comes to this custom. His arms were not originally black, so I took the arms that came with the torso off because they were printed, and I replaced them with black arms over there from a different minifigure. I took black arms and black hands from a different minifigure. Nothing at the back except details that greatly resemble the original clone's back over here. So that's pretty good. Nothing too much going on. Keeping the simple theme. And for the legs, he has green underpants and black legs. So I was contemplating on whether I should paint the legs or not, and I decided to go with the latter because I figured that, again, before, clones didn't really have leg print. So what I did was represent the half of his legs that were black, with black legs over here, and then the upper half of his legs with the green underwear over there. So I think that looks pretty nice on him. And lastly, we got the blaster over here. So the blaster, I decided to have some more creative discretion and use this long camera piece instead of the typical megaphone piece that you would see in the Lego Star Wars video game from 2005 that Clone Troopers used. And I just put a blue stud over here just to give it that sort of feel that he's still a Clone Trooper despite the different blaster. Reason why I used it, I just prefer this kind of blaster. You know, it's kind of like Boba Fett. I like the way that blaster looked on Boba Fett in the Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy video game. And I decided, hey, why not give Gree this kind of thing? So I did. I like the way it looks on him, even though it's not the usual that you would see on clones. I still decided to use it. Besides, it did appear one time in the Clone Turbo Tank from 2005 or 2006 with the first ever Jet Trooper that we got. Now, I do not personally have that minifigure, but if you look for the Clone Trooper from 2006, the Clone Jet Trooper, you would see that he does have this huge rifle too. So let's just give it to Gree as well. And that is how I made Clone Commander Gree. So this is my first time in years to make a clone custom minifigure. Gone are the days of Sharpie customs. Now we are using acrylics. So I hope you like this minifigure custom that I did. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions for other clones that you would like to see customized, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about Clone Commander Gree over here. And please rate, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.